This week we're going to cut that silver maple on the right, all while trying to keep it off this deer stand. Now we could take it down, but it would be an inconvenience for us and them, especially if we could swing it. Before we get too carried away, let's see if it'll even get there. Will it reach it? Will it reach it? So I'll find a stick, and I'll hold it with my arm outstretched to the corner of my eye, and then I'll point the stick straight up with my arm straight out, and I'll keep walking backwards until the bottom of my hand is at the bottom of the tree. Then the top of my stick will indicate where the tree's gonna hit. Now you can see it's over the top of my stick, so we know it'll reach the deer stand. So we've got to swing it a little bit. We're gonna hinge it. I'll cut down for my open face. Now this is called an open face notch. It's not like a traditional notch. It's a hinge. This tree's part of a double, and we've already cut the other side, and we're gonna go lower than that, which will come into play here in a minute. Now we'll make the bottom of our open face now that we figured out how low we want to go with this tree. Once I feel I'm through there, I'll pry up on it. It doesn't come off, so I know there's some holding on the other side. So I'll just cut down and remove this piece. Now I know I can't reach all the way over, and I don't want to cut down in that dirty crotch. So I'll just notch this side of it out so I'll be able to get deeper, and I'll only have to cut from one side. Go below your open face enough to compensate for your gigs or your dogs or whatever you want to call them. Everybody calls them something different. All I know is they hurt when they jab you in the leg. Then get rid of these pieces and you'll have a good flat surface to work with. Now since there's going to be some over there that I don't know if it's cut all the way through or going to come apart at the crotch, I'll make my hinge a little thinner on that side so it doesn't tear up the log. I've got a plenty wide enough hinge, I'm not worried about not having enough. But to compensate for that, I'll just work my way around, releasing the tree, deer stand side first. I want that side to let go as I come across, and that'll help the tree swing its weight and take the hinge. Hopefully it'll come apart as we get closer to this crotch. If not, we'll just have to cut down to our cut. She pops a little bit, she's gonna take it. Oh, and it missed it. There's your deer stand. A few little limbs may graze that tree, but we kept the bigger, heavier part away from it. All right, dudes. Now here's my stump. Okay. So now, if I hadn't have done that, it would have only been that deep, maybe. But with cutting it off, I was able to get that deep. Big diff. So since we're not working with a skidder, we're gonna buck this up. I've already laid a piece of bark where I want to cut, and I'll cut the butt log off. This is up in the air, so it's gonna fall down. So you want to start cutting from the top to relieve the pressure and let it sit down. Now I got a little greedy, and as it came together, I almost got pinched. But if you're feeling for it, usually you can get out of there in time. And then you cut up from the bottom and it's gonna fall down. Now if you're worried about getting pinched, you can mismatch your cuts by just a little bit and you won't get hung up in there. We're gonna see if we can get a decent log out of this broken limb. There's 8 foot from this crotch. I'll make a mark, and then I'll cut the log off right here. Go down to our mark, cut it off. Tried to pinch me there too. Cut this knot off. Pick our ruler up. Now on this side we'll go from our cut. There's 8 foot. Pretty good log. I'm gonna make it a 10. So I'll put a mark. There's 8 foot, but the log's a little busted up. So if I come back a foot, I'll have a lot better log. Having an 8 foot log is better than having a 7. So we'll go back and turn our 10 footer into a 9. Get our ruler out of the way, it gets cut. You haul a bunch of 7s, you lose a lot of footage on the truck. There's a limb down here, cut it off. Cut this off. Go down to our mark and cut it off. Since we measured from this cut, gotta cut this chunk off here. Now if you're gonna do it like I do it, you better hang on. I had my drags knocked down a little bit too much, but she was biting. Get that cut off there and we're done. Dusty will be able to scoop these up and get them in that pot. On to the next one. Thanks for watching.